So 2 nice Dutch ovens with spinach casserole. Can't go wrong. And briquettes that people left at their campsites, right? Very good. It's our first time lighting up, huh? Yeah. 6 months of no fire pit. Interesting. All right. The big one and the little one. Briquettes below, briquettes above. Awesome. Our daughter Katie was so proud of her second quilt jacket. She brought it down to the beach to have me help her finish up securing the facings. With family and friends here at San Clemente, you got to have one dinner on the pier. The last day on the beach, it is the Rhodes tradition to create a water slide. This wasn't as steep as some of the other years I've seen it, and I'm here to tell you, our granddaughter Everly was the first one to slide down it. The cooperation of it creating this, the construction of it, is just amazing. They know what they have to do, and then they get buckets and buckets of water in the huge drum there, and then have a cork in it to keep water running down the slide. But they need to create a slope, so that's what's going on right now. I'll speed it up a little bit, but goodness, the attention to water slide detail here. appetizer potluck night. Right across, there's some horseshoe pits. Let's throw some horseshoes. Eric and my sister even got involved. It was awesome. Get out! He's a ringer! He's been practicing for this for 6 months. Woo! Oh my goodness. Woo! Kevin! Right on! There's the appetizer potluck over my shoulder. And after an appetizer potluck, you gotta go across the street to Primo Market for some street tacos. All right. Last event in the Stitchy tent. Got my Laura Lynn bag here to take apart. Fourth of July table with our rocks, our gnome, our surfer dude, our yellow roses. Ooh, that I think needs some water. Okay. Let's take this bag apart. Eric's gonna take my tent down, so I'll finish it with this. I still have all the chairs for everybody. Wish you were here to stitch with me. Let's see. As far as whips go and finishes, I give myself finish credit for July of the Fox and Rabbit. This is how it's going thus far. Okay. Super pleased with it. Since that's done, I have my super stand here, which I absolutely love. And I have been working on my dog's declaration. Not too much. I don't have much time with all the family here. But this is what I've got done. Working my way over this way. I think I'm going to move up and do the center and come on back down on that side. As to quilting, I have been working on this very wintry table runner. I laid it out the other day on the mat with some gray grunge, sprayed it, and did not get to start quilting it, but I will get to that. I made 2 more of these South Beach spinners, and obviously I have quite a few more to go, but I'll get there. And I forgot what I was working on, the potato chip block quilt for my son. Be right back. Here it is. He saw the quilt that I made for an order he had for friends, and he goes, "This one's for me, right?" And I had enough left over from the roll to do another. My brother-in-law is doing IT business behind me at the other campsite. All right, so let's see. A little bit of sun tape. I needed to go to a doctor appointment this morning and traveled inland 47 miles to our community, and there was, I checked in at home, there was a box at the front door. So I wanted to take this time to open it in front of you. I took this lovely plastic bag out of its cardboard box. Ooh, it's tight. Ooh. What's this? Oh, very good. Look at that. Thank you. Beautiful. This is such a completed quilt from a long time ago. I don't even remember where I got the pattern. If it was from a magazine, I think. Oh, look at the... Thank you, Wold and Lynn. Oops, somebody's leaving. It's a very patriotic quilt. So pretty. Nice white back with little horseshoes. Okay. I am gonna open that last. What did you do, Laura Lynn? Okay. Oh, wow, pretty. Well, what do I have here? Bites with venison. Purina 1. Oh, for Dukas Magukas. Thank you, Laura Lynn. And this is our Adventure Awaits that we did together, and this is mine. Starry Nights, she did, I believe, is what I wanted. So pretty. Let me see if I can get far enough back. I used is a backing that I think I found at Keepsake Quilting with the news flash from Wendy that it was available on sale. Oh, that came out so gorgeous, Laura Lynn. Thank you. And I got a little bit of that back. Okay, everything's out of there. Okay, now what is this? Not a Laura Lynn OG original? Oh, it's wonderful. The Guilty Quilter Crescendo. Pasta Catelli limited edition. Oh, Canada news. Definite. That's awesome. And meatloaf. Beautiful. And check this bag out. That's wonderful. Oh, Laura Lynn. And look at how nice. It's all bound. Oh, I'm so impressed. Oh, looky here. 2 thread patties. Oh, I love this. Look at the special stitch right here. It's amazing inside and so soft. Oh, Laura Lynn, very, very nice. So let's see, you clip this and then you can wear it so nice, like, cool. You know what that's for. The happiest place on earth. Absolutely. Oh, Laura Lynn. This is faux suede. Gorgeous. And the zipper is a strong one. Oh, it's made just beautifully. Thank you, thank you. So that's the Johnson haul. Thank you. I have plans in the works for this mother's tree. Love the threads, love the design.
Yeah.
Love the sunset.
And you can, well, she's going down fast.
Evidence of the bizarre monsoonal rain we had. Here's my nephews. And it's Stitchy Tent campsite breakdown time. Here Flo goes, headed on home. She's been down there since, let's see, originally we headed in there December 31st, brought her home for the ladies and people are working in the butterfly garden. And then headed back, I think it was February 12th or 13th. And so we've been there a good 7 months. Stitchy table getting put away. At home, the first thing I got done was to quilt this table runner up and get it bound. And I got these bindings completed. Yay! It feels so good. Alrighty, time for this old English teacher to get ready for Ashland. Let's get some Shakespeare play synopsises going here. So here's As You Like It. I'll also get Julius Caesar and Merry Wives of Windsor. Here we are, headed on to the 5. It'll only take us about 11 hours to get to where we want to get to, with a couple of stops for gas and potty breaks. There's our map. Yoicks! On the 5 here, up above LA, is known as the Ridge Route or the Grapevine. There's the 4,000-foot summit. And then once we go over that, we head down into the San Joaquin Valley. And you can see the beautiful view we have. And they're moving a tiny house right here. Clear skies, gorgeous. We left home at 4:28, so here it's about not quite 6 o'clock. Wide open spaces. Lots of picking going on here at that grape field. It's not corn. I believe that's sugar beets, and then the C word out there. While watching the fields go by, I stitched on my stamped quilted bedspread top. Here's the separation between the 99 and the 5. Here's Mount Shasta. Beautiful. What a gorgeous day. Mount Shasta is 9,774 feet tall. Yay! Along the border. We have arrived! Woohoo! Good job, Johnson. Our favorite Mexican restaurant, Mazatlan, in Ashland, Oregon. We found our favorite pub, Black Sheep, had closed. Here's the Stitchy store, So Creative, in Ashland. Up on the rooftop was my project during the week. And as we were walking to our first production, we were walking with some turkey. Hello.
Wonder where they're going. Lithia Park? Hang out? That first one looks rather goofy.
America's first Elizabethan theater. Here are some shots I borrowed off Google of As You Like It. Very 60s. Toasting at the restaurant called Alchemy at the Winchester Inn. Very special. The entertainment on the green before the shows begin. Every night is something new.
Will you be waiting at the bottom of the world?
Quijote Nuevo tonight. The next day was the importance of being earnest. I couldn't miss my Stitchy Tuesday. This was a new restaurant experience for us in Medford. Ooh, the skillets were good. And then the sky was getting a little angry. Here comes the tweezer pizza. Photos I borrowed from Google of Quijote Nuevo. Beautiful. At the top, Eric's Mongolian beef, and then my pad thai beef. Our last day on Saturday, I had Eric, I begged him to please take us over to Jacksonville. So here we are driving out of Ashland through the Rogue Valley towards Medford, and then you kind of bear to the left and you head for Jacksonville. Medford is the city with the international airport. The train goes through it. And that's what kind of left Jacksonville a rather stagecoach looking city, because Medford is where the trains came through in the 1800s, late 1800s. So Jacksonville was kind of left in a space capsule up there along the hillside. No more stagecoaches up there. This area is so famous for peaches and pears. The Harry and David pears come from this area, if you've ever heard of that. And then now I'm seeing so many vineyards put in. She was in there. Now it's.
Oh, it's close to.
Is it? Huh. Cool.
Oh, you want to go see someone for the grandbabies?
Sure. I spotted the thrift store there. Uh-huh. Gotta go over there. Here's the Good Bean. There's the Mexican restaurant. Let's go in the thrift store, shall we? Across the street from the Good Bean, there's La Fiesta. When I was here one year with my high school students, they had movie studio vans and trailers, and there were certain streets that were shut down. History Channel was filming a series. Back to Ashland, 15 miles, and this is called Stage Road. What a beautiful vineyard. And I'd like to point out, we just passed the sign. It says Stage Vineyard because it's on Stage Road, old stagecoach line. Beautiful. Looks like they could put up tents and do events out there. So we're up on the hills. Same side of the Rogue Valley that we are when we're in Ashland. Just further to the northwest. Pretty clouds. Okay, she just sang to me, people say we're in love. I got Shakespeare in Love with gin instead of vodka. And you got? Eric, what's your... Ooh, beautiful. Lovely. Okay, let's try it.
Oh, there's your sound.
Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful. And yours, dearest?
Pretty good.
Good, good. Okay, let's get to the salad. Heading out. It's just before 6:30 by Main Street, Ashland. Southern Oregon University, and the first building there, the white one on the right, is the original building that was the Teachers College. Pretty. And then this whole strip is the university. leaving Oregon. Thank you. Come back soon. Aw. And then here's our poppy, our state flower, welcoming us back to California. Purple Heart Trail. Enjoyed this mysterious tule fog or dragon breath down here before Lake Shasta. Cows. Gotta count them. How many legs? Driving over the bridge at Lake Shasta. Both of our sons have been transported up here to help firefight on the hillsides, mountainsides around Shasta. And Eric and I are happy to report that many of the what used to be bald or black hillsides do have fresh, obvious, fresh evergreen plantings done there, seedlings put in. So happy to report that. That's where you rent houseboats, one of the famous big places there. Shasta Lake's famous for houseboating. In the vast expanses of the San Joaquin Valley, better known as America's breadbasket. On the other side of those hills, mountains, are the coastal areas of San Luis Obispo, Monterey, Santa Cruz. Exciting to be heading back up the Grapevine. Woohoo! Headed to LA County. Here's what I'm working on. First night back, what do you gotta do? Get some Veracruz. Oh, Zach. Wrap it up with finishes.
3,
All right, Leanne is opening
Here
her
we go.
present from...
Present from my sister. Let's see. For my big 21st birthday. Just kidding. All right. Oh, it says August.
That
And
is
it's all the
so
little seaside
cute.
stuff. I love it. Oh
Aw.
my gosh, it is beautiful. I'm gonna hang it in here. It goes with my decor. Thank you.
Hey, Allison here, Allisine Stitchin'. I'm here to share with you cross-stitching, quilting and piecing, and some of my online dreams, like what we need to get going with. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. I've written it all out and I've got it posted right there, so let me share with you. So we finished up our San Clemente hosting run with a week of sort of a family reunion with my sister's daughter's in-laws family. Huge group. I think they must have had 60 people there on numerous campsites. We did Dutch oven, famously spinach casserole, Paula Deen's taco soup, and then of course Eric did a nice job with some knockwurst, and then I created some lovely, yummy sauteed sauerkraut and chili. It was wonderful. I think it tasted delicious. We had to say goodbye to our beachfront home, my stitchy tent. So here I am at home now. I don't have that ocean breeze or campers' dogs barking or squirrels running around. I've got grandkids more often, I guess you could say. We are resettling in at home. We have things to clean up and sort through and give away. It's, you know, when you haven't been here for a while and you re-see what you've got here, it's got to be organized. We had a couple 2.5 weeks before we got to go up to Ashland, Oregon, which is about 495 miles to the north on the good old Interstate 5 highway. And Ashland is about 22 miles just past the California border. And I think it was back in the 90s, 96, when a friend of mine, colleague at work, Annette, let me know about a program, the Teachers Workshop up at Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and she and my mom went with me. We had a lovely time. And since then, it's just been a place that's my, gotta go. Pay homage to Shakespeare up there in Ashland. I know a lot of people around here go on out to Utah Shakespeare Festival, and I've never been, but I hear that's really good. And then I got my master's in theater production and design at Southern Oregon University there in Ashland. It was started out in the 1800s as a teacher's college, and then of course it became a full-fledged university. We saw 3 Shakespeare plays, As You Like It, Julius Caesar, and Merry Wives of Windsor. And we saw 3 contemporary plays. We saw Quijote Nuevo, which was based on Don Quixote, and it was set in a Texan Mexico border town. And boy, did he have some demons to fight against there. We saw, oh my goodness, a high energy, the importance of being earnest. It was awesome, just wonderful. Love that show. And we finished out our week with Shane, a play based on the movie Shane with Alan Ladd. But Eric, my husband, said that it was sort of a conglomeration of many conflicts in cowboy movies. They did have the boy, who was played by a young-looking 20-something gentleman who did a great job characterizing an 8-year-old boy. Restaurants. Our first morning, we went to Brothers. It is a wonderful place to get breakfast. I think we had breakfast there 3 times throughout the week, and boy, is their coffee good. So we asked, what coffee do you use? And she let us know that it's from the Good Bean in Jacksonville. Restaurants, let's see. We also went to Crackin' and Stackin' in Medford. When we drove by the Morning Glory Cafe that's on Main Street down by the university, boy, oh boy, the line. It was at least 15, 20 people in the garden waiting on benches, and we're like, yeah, no. So I looked it up online and got a hit for Crackin' and Stackin', and we ate there. It was great. Let's see. Oh, our Black Sheep, which is built in the Oddfellows Hall that was built in 1879. I noticed when I looked it up, why aren't they open? They closed last August, 2024, and it had been open for 33 years, and they're hoping to reopen it. There was a huge tall ladder you could see through the open window, and all the red walls and the British memorabilia all over the walls. We could not see any of that. It looked very white, like primer all over the walls. Let's see, my list of restaurants. We ate first at Alchemy, which is in the Winchester Inn bed and breakfast. Oh my goodness, we had the most delicious, both of us, steelhead trout. It was so pink, light pink, not salmony pink, lighter pink. It was just delicious. The next night we ate at the Lark restaurant in the historic Ashland Springs Hotel. Eric had meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and I had a Caesar salad with roasted chicken. It was delicious. The third night, Eric did not want to eat so heavy, so we stopped at the hand-tossed Martoli's Pizza and had something called the Tweezer Pizza. Not sure what, that is in reference to, but I looked it up and it had mozzarella, roasted chicken, Roma tomatoes, caramelized onions, goat cheese, and as my friend Tracy asked, what is that forest on your pizza? It was arugula. We ate at Umami Asian Cuisine. Eric had Mongolian beef and I had pad thai beef. And finally, we wrapped up our week with Martino's. Eric enjoyed eggplant parmesan, and I had mac and cheese, homemade mac and cheese with bacon and tomato requested in. It was delicious. So later in the week, next to the last day, I had Eric drive me out to Jacksonville, which is about 15 miles away from Ashland. And Eric went in his favorite store. It's called the Carefree Buffalo. Oh, we went in the toy store too, but it wasn't as, the lady who originally owned it, since we've been visiting there, sold it. And it has much more simply like the toys you can buy online that are real European or shishi. And it was stuff quite expensive now. Science projects and whatnot. We went to the Carefree Buffalo, which is Eric's favorite shop. They have beautiful handmade pocket knives and cooking knives with turquoise on the handles. The most expensive thing was a pocket knife with meteorite stone on the sides. I don't even it was in the tens of thousands of dollars. It's a collective of artists. He hosts them on his walls and in his cases. They're just gorgeous. I got these earrings by an artist. And we got I'll post a picture here of the aspen, Colorado made aspen wood wall art vase, and I put in it our grandchildren's birth month flowers. Looks kind of funky, but oh well, that's how it is. I went over to the Good Bean. That was what was driving me to go there. And at the Good Bean, I got 3 bags of coffee, Mary's Morning, Dark Mountain, and of course, Jacksonville. And I asked her, which is the brew that they serve at Brothers? And she said it's Dark Mountain. Across the street from the Good Bean is a sweet thrift store that I've been to with students that I've taken there. And I picked up this towel that could use some ironing. I put it through the wash. And it is Hungarian tea towel. And I'm gonna iron it and get it back into the trailer. And that thrift store is called the Old Library Collectibles, and they are a thrift for the community center and senior activities. Very valid. So that's our adventures out and about. Now let's see, as far as quilting, I have been busy girl. At San Clemente, if you'll remember, I created a quilt, the 4 Hearts quilt. I have them folded so that the label is up. These were requests, not these specifically. My son requested 3 baby blankets. And this one is for Isabel. This Thomas potato chip quilt as you go quilt is for Gabriel. Zach was so in love with this Thomas fabric. He goes, I need one. So I am working on a panel Thomas quilt for him, which he can just put away somewhere. And most recently, back from Nova Scotia, is the Picking Strawberries quilt. And this one will go to that couple's youngest. And her name is Evelyn. Evelyn's getting Picking Strawberries. I'll get those refolded and packed up in a bag with some tissue nice. I found when I was unloading the trailer, Flo, our wonderful Cougar half-ton, I found the bag with the original fabrics, I think 5-inch squares, and the instructions for the book bags that in January, Lois, Laura Lynn, and Tracy helped me start, where I volunteer teaching girls to sew. So I put a couple together, but I didn't want them to be flat, so I added a side wall and a bottom. And I didn't use leather handles like the girls. I made canvas proper handles. And let's see, that's for Ada. And this one will be for Miss Everly in December for Christmas. I'll give that to them. Oh, how did I line them? With light grunge gray. Let's see, lately I have been working on creating a generic quilt using what Laura Lynn was using, the Bonnie Hunter bricks and stepping stones pattern. And I used 72 3.5 by 6.5 from my stash. And I didn't use white, but a white pattern on white background and the black. And there is a definite pattern to it. I've got white bubble minky to back it, and I am waiting for the Amazon truck to drop off the batting for me to, I'll get that finished. Let's see, with the remnants of the Thomas quilt, I'll show you the panel. It's just precious. I'm using potato chip blocks to go around this Thomas panel, and I'll put that together for my son. Love it. It's so cute. And the 14-inch blocks do go around it quite nicely. The only thing I'm waiting for to finish that with is some light blue Thomas fabric that I need to do the quilt as you go little binding strips that go along. And then I have a plan to do this as a quilt as you go and put them all together. Here are my other blocks in there, ready to go. I need to get cut out the Magnificent Mystery Quilt by Meadow Mist Designs. You can find it on Facebook under Meadow Mist Designs. And this year's, which last month was fabric suggestions and how much you would need. And then this month in August, she gives the cutting instructions. And let's see, those are some of mine. The tape, my masking tape and what I labeled them has, I think, kind of come loose. So it's gonna be kind of a wild one. Using stash fabric that I really love. I need to cut out and make the house block number 1 that I've kind of followed Amanda Rolfe over the years. And I did her last quilt along, which she said on her vlog was 7 years ago. So this time she's gonna rush through, get going with a house block, mystery house block stitch along. So I just got in the mail today the gentle kind of home fabrics, and that I just felt like would work well. And I got that from Stash Fabrics in Georgia. I have blues. I didn't need blue or the gray or what have you, but I did need homey colors that I wanted to get on hand. Let's see. For your or my information, I have taken my Cotton Cuts Under the Sea that just started this last month and officially stowed her away in Flow, as she will be my startup in the Stitchy tent this next year. So that's my plan, Stan. I am Team Lunatide, which is Tulip Pink Full Moon Forest 2 edition fabrics. Let's see, I need to get the Guess How Much I Love You quilt created for our neighbors who are having a baby girl in September. And that fabric I got from, let's see, Shabby Fabrics. It is just darling. And I used a couple of these fabrics on my 3.5 and 6.5 inch. So it's a panel quilt, so it shouldn't take me too long. I'll get that done and I'll share it with you next time. That's the quilting list. Okay, so now to stitching. Of course, I'm working on Cloister Garden by Fox and Rabbit, the August and September. And I gotta say, it's gonna take me a while but this is how much I have done of those. I am doing a little bit of a mix of colors on that. My plan is to do 2 of them, like north and east, and then September I'll do south and west corners or sides. While we were in Oregon, I was busy with the Fat Quarter Shop mystery up on the rooftop, but it wasn't really a mystery for me because if you bought the threads for it and the kitted up, this is a needle minder, cute, and I got all the threads. If you got it all, then they would release the whole pattern to you. So that's what I have thus far. I need to get him done, and then the ho ho ho, the holly, a strip of little holly leaves and berries, and then the ho 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 done up on the top. I worked a little bit on the Thea Gouverneur antique character sampler, and I did a little bit of that, not very much. I just didn't want to completely ignore it. And then finally, I am trying to, and I don't know how successful I'm going to be, get through a Hirschner's stamped cross stitch Flower Farm Animals quilt. I am hoping to start from Everything Cross Stitch. I found, they got me in trouble here, a mother's tree, and it's by Lace and Lavender, designed by Marilyn Levitt Inblum. It's from 2000, I think, and you fill in if you have your ancestry mothers. So the top one is an example, and then I copied over and over again these lines so that I could do up mine. And I have participated on DNA and historical ancestry. Here's my tree. Here are my threads, greens, of which there are 4, I think. And then I'm planning on doing it on this 46 count fiber on a whim Bristol linen called Brown Sugar. I think they have it on a little bit darker, but it's a little bit of rosy beige. I think I'm gonna like that. I got a more powerful lens, 15 times 15 for me to do it. With 46, this is not this is an example, a sample line, and then all of these are, this is a sample line, and then all of these are my great grandmothers, all the way back to 1722 in England. And I'm sorry, she is not even found on our tree with a first name. She is Mrs. Elton Smith. And then I have the rest of them that go down. And then let's see, my daughter's name runs the longest, so I started on the next line, and then my granddaughter will be on the last line. I did the math, and and every line has mother of, so that's 64 count on every line. It's going to be 360 by 312, 360 across, and that's Katie's line. So I center it with her name, all those names, and then I keep it in a lineup of years. If I did it on the called for 32 count, it was just going to be too massive. I looked at 36 count. I used the cross stitch calculator and even 36 count would be 20 by 17. On 40 count, it would be 18 by 15. And on 46 count, it's going to be 15 by 13. And that's what I hope to achieve. Spilled it all over the floor. Let's see. So that's what I'm hoping to start and get accomplished. So once this Fox and Rabbit for 2025 concludes in December, I'm going to really spend some time with my Stitchy calendar working on the Mother's Tree. That's important to me to get accomplished. All right. So best wishes back to school. Those of you who that affects, I can put a smile on my face and know all I have is out in the front yard a flag that says with Snoopy back to school with his lunchbox. That's about all that that affects me. Our grandson is starting the 3rd grade this week. The end of summer, it is not fall yet, so do enjoy. See you next time. Enjoy. As a PS, I wanted to share with you, yesterday was my dear friend Tammy's celebration of life, and I thought it was such a neat idea that her kids printed up her favorite recipes, of which I think there are 5, and I'll type them up and put them in the description below. You've got almond roca, banana nut muffins, spice cake, blonde brownies, and chocolate brownie recipes. These were famous because she was not only our kids' band booster, uniforms mom on the boosters at the high school, but famously she was the Scoutmaster's wife. And boy, oh boy, when those boys would go to Jamboree or Camporee, these boxes of treats would show up for them and they would be over the moon happy. So I'll put these up there. You don't have to eat them, but if you want to make them up and make somebody's day, here's Tammy Wold's awesome recipes. Thank you.